Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Smruti, your coach from Smruti's Knowledge is present here. Today we are going to learn the part 4 of this chapter, adaptation, and we are learning adaptation in plants topic. And in this we have completed about the terrestrial plants, and today we are going to learn about the aquatic plants. First, see, according to the habitat of plants are classified as two types. First one is terrestrial habitat. The second one is aquatic habitat. So the plants that are adapted to terrestrial habitat are known as terrestrial plants. The plants those are adapted to aquatic habitat, that is known as aquatic plants. So today we are going to start the aquatic plants, also complete the aquatic plants. So without any delay, let's start the chapter. First, we have to learn what are aquatic plants. As we already know that aquatic habitat is the habitat inside the water or partially of water. Now, the plants those are totally or partially adapted to live in water. For example, you know lotus. Lotus is adapted to live in water. So, lotus is an aquatic plant. Now, aquatic plants are of three types, right? And what are the three types? They are the free floating forms. Free floating forms. The second one is leaves floating but rooted forms. Third one is fully submerged plants. Now let's start and discuss it one by one. First we will learn about free floating forms. Now the leaves of these plants, like that in water hyacinth, have a coating of wax over the entire surface to prevent them from getting wet. Before going to that, let's understand it. Free floating forms. From the name, we can suggest that these plants, these roots of the plants having this, the plants are floating on the surface of the water, like this. Can you see? This is the water hyacinth, and this is the full diagram. We can say this is the water hyacinth plant. Now these are the roots, those are floating, not fixed to the soil under the water. So we can see that the water hyacinth float. Another example are water lettuce, duckweed, and etc. are there. So now let's go to the depth. The leaves of these plants, like that in water hyacinth, have a coating of wax over the entire surface to prevent them from getting wet. Okay, let's understand this. Now in the picture, can you see any wax coating? No. Okay, anyway. You can't wash some wax coating, but when you touch it, you can feel some slippery substance. That is waxy coating. That will be slippery to touch and cover the main portion of the leaf from getting wet. Now, you will be wondering that some people will come and apply wax on it. No. Take a banana plant leaf. In the banana plant leaf, can you also now keep some water in it? Now some leaves absorb water, but banana plant leaf will the water will stay in stay and like move. Now why it is, and it will be showing in such a way that there is some oily particles under the water. Let's take a plastic, take a banana leaf. The characteristic is same. Now this waxy coating of leaf prevent the leaves from getting wet because they are staying in water now. The next is the petal of leaves have cell with air cavities which support the leaves above air. Now we have the petal. What is the petal? Petiole is the leaf stalk. The petiole of the leaves, what it has? It has the cells with air cavities. The cells are air cavities. Now what are the air cavities? Air cavities are the places where the air is stored. And what does it helps? It helps in it support the leaves above water to float on water. Its roots are also filled with air. The roots of water hyacinth are also filled with air that makes it light and help them to float on water. Water lettuce, water hyacinth, and duckweed are some other free floating plants. Another example are water lettuce, water hyacinth, and duckweed. Now let's go to the second. Can you see the picture? This is the picture of water hyacinth. Remember this. Now, leaves floating but rooted forms. Means the leaves, the flower will be above the ground, but the roots will be inside the soil, under the surface of the water. Can you see the picture here? This is the water lily. Now I am showing you the underwater. I am marking it, see it clearly, that here you can see that this is the stalk, leaf stalk or plant stalk anyway, stem. Now this is connected to the ground. The roots go inside the ground. Now this is known as rooted forms. Clear about this? So now this you can see water lily floating on water. You will be wondering these are free floating plants, but no. These are leaf floating, but rooted forms. Plants of this type, like that of water lily, has white flat leaves to keep the lily floating. Now if we will take another example, lotus, and now take this water lily. These are the leaves that these are the plants in which the leaves are floating but in rooted forms there. Now usually these plants have white flat leaves. Now why these have white and flat leaves? To keep the lily flower or the lotus flower and any flower those are floating, keep them to float. Now if you will be noticing that the bottom of the leaves have thorns. Now why these thorns are in the bottom of the leaves? These thorns are in the bottom of the leaves because to protect the leaves from fish. To protect the leaves from fish. If there will be leaves, big leaves, then the fish will come and eat the leaves. But if there will be the thorns, then can the fish eat? No. And similarly, the rings on the leaves of lily protect it from becoming food of bird and insect. Now on the upper surface of the leaf it had rims. Why these rims are there? Rims are there to protect it from becoming food of birds and insects. Another example I have given, lotus. Remember, this is water lily. You can know whether it is lily or whether it is lotus from the size of leaves. If the leaves will be showing clearly, you can see the underwater. Notice it carefully because this is very much important. Now we will learn about the fully submerged forms. We have completed the free floating forms, leaves floating but rooted forms. What is the third one? The third one is that fully submerged forms. Okay. Now, you will be wondering how the underwater scene will be there. Very cool, very nice. Have you even searched in the Google that underwater scene? And there will be showing different type of fishes, different type of plants, different types of rocks. Amazing nature. But have you noticed one thing? The plants will be telling different types of fish, different types of plants. It is very cool. But have you noticed that the plants are usually thin, can be bended due to the water current, fixed into the ground, don't not in the surface of the water, in the fully underground. Have you noticed this? Yes. If you have not noticed, then not suddenly, after watching this video, go and search in the Google underwater scene. Let's start. Plants of this type, like hydrilla, grow completely below the surface of water. I can give you the important two example. Water tape plant, that is known as Vallisneria, and hydrilla, these plants grow completely below the surface of water. Completely. As I have told you, it has stem is soft and tender, very soft and slender. It has thin leaves also. Thin leaves. The leaves are arranged in such a way that they provide least resistance to the flow of water, like this. Can you see? Like this. That will prevent the that will provide the least resistance to the flow of current water, and because of this stem is soft and slender thin leaves, and these are arranged in such a way so that help them if will be the stem the hard, and the current water current is very much in underwater. So if will be steam is straight, normally thick like this and hard, water current is so much that it will break the plant, guarantee. So the plants are of this types. Clear about it? Very nice. As I told you, most important example, hydrilla and Vallisneria. This is the picture of hydrilla. Can you see? You know that I love the underwater scene because of the colorful fishes and because of the plants. Now plants are of such a way that these will be most green, they will be thin and fluorescent green color. Its leaves its leaves are also waxy coating. It has small spiracles or pores that help them to breath. Clear? This submerged plant don't have stomata. This is hydrilla, in which one tender soft steam will be going and leaves will be like this. But this is Vallisneria or water tape. Vallisneria is also known as water tape. Clear about this? So for today this much we have completed about the aquatic plants. So for today this much. If you like this video, then don't forget to like it, share with your friends and family, subscribe my channel and support me. Thank you.